Sydney Speedway and the legends, Richard Hampstead and Madison Down for P3.
Welcome back to V8 Online's live coverage of the Direct Clutch Motorsports Racer Champions 4. Jay Kennedy and Stephen Sandman Clark bringing you all the action of our live fundraiser for the Cancer Council of Australia. G'day, Sandman.
G'day, Jay. It's going to be an absolute ripper. 45 laps around Homestead in the Ford GT. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. This is the one I've been waiting for the last 4 Racer Champions, I think. We're definitely going to see a lot of action in this race. The Ford GT will handle a little bit of punishment from other cars, and it'll come down to who's worked out what the best line to run this track is. So I think we'll actually see a more of an oval racer win this race, so we might see a new name up the front. Having a couple of issues with Sandman getting in to get some pictures, but we're into the server and away we go, and we're waiting to see what the grid will be. We won't know whether we've got reverse grid for a couple more minutes. A lot of guys are expecting it to be reverse grid. The man on screen at the moment, Nathan Britton, great job battling. This is second and third as they finished in qualifying. Britton in the blue car, Van Gisbergen, of course, in the yellow 97. But Britto's quite an accomplished oval racer, so he knows what he's doing out on track. Going up to some traffic, a bit of bump drafting. This is what we'll see all race long. With the bump drafting, one thing we haven't mentioned is, will the engines actually handle it? Not sure how much punishment the engines will actually take and whether they will handle bump drafting for a long period of time, or whether they'll blow up. This is a Cancer Council fundraiser, as we said, so if you would like to donate, the donation button is still live. Last reports we had was $3,300 for the Cancer Council of Australia, so thanks heaps to everyone who has donated. Been some quite substantial donations from a lot of guys, so big thank you. Remember, if you would like to donate, head over to our Facebook page and click on the big donate button. That's facebook.com/donations.
Sorry, Jay, just trying my absolute hardest to get into the session, but unfortunately it's not having any luck.
Alright, mate. Hopefully we'll get you in, because I know you're wanting to see this as much as I am.
Oh, you're not wrong, mate. This is an absolute rip-off. 45 laps in these cars. We've seen, you're just talking about the bump drafting and all the rest of it. It's really going to provide some sensational racing.
It's going to be awesome, this one. It's one, as I said, been waiting for 4 Racer Champions. Guy out on track at the moment. Our co-commentator for the Monday Night V8 Online V8 Supercar Series, Corey Hengar. Loving this, mate?
I'm loving the fact we've got an oval in here. I'm not so much loving the fact they qualified 30-something, so...
Yeah, do you know if it's reverse grid yet or not?
I can't see. I go grid and it comes up with nothing, so I got my fingers crossed, but it's definitely an event that I think I could do a little bit better in than some of the ones yesterday.
What are your thoughts on the draft? Will you be okay at the back?
Yeah, no, I'm actually probably, I'm not going to be at the front. Being at the back might be the safest place, because being in the middle if there's a crash, it could be a little bit scary, having people not brake and just playing in the back of your car. So being at the back probably might be the safest option until the last few laps, I think.
Yeah, how many days of thunder and Talladega Nights quotes have been thrown around at the moment?
I've actually got my in-game voice chat muted, but I know there was a bit of bantering going on in the practice session.
I did see there was a bit of help me baby Jesus and help me Tom Cruise. Bit of cold trickle going on.
Yeah, there's a bit of stuff going on there. I just got to make sure I don't hit the pace car, so... But, no, it should be a good event. I mean, I was a little bit down after yesterday's race, and I think people may mention that, but it should be a good one, and hopefully it's good to finally have an oval in Race Champions, actually.
Yeah, I agree. It's good to watch. It's going to be a good, fun race. Damn, it's still having a couple of issues getting into the session. That's a wall there, Corey.
Yeah, you're paying for that. It's about some my car.
No, it's your car.
I'll just charge you and Daniel. But no, it's going to be good. I'll be jumping in the commentary box for the next race of Brands Hatch, and that's going to be pretty interesting to watch as well, I think, in the Star Mazda. Quite a tricky little racetrack.
Looks like Sandman's still having some issues, but in this session at the moment, Josh Muggleton continuing his very, very quick form. Currently the fastest driver in this practice session, the warm-up for this race. Hampstead in the race in these two races tonight. He was unable to commit last night, so he's jumped in tonight. Giving Rob Hartley a big push down the straight. Close right up very, very quick. James McKnight's closed up very, very quick as well. Now drivers have just been confirmed that it will be a rolling start. I don't think a standing start on an oval would be much fun.
Yeah, no, I think running into turn 1, 3 or 4 wide would be a little bit interesting, but I'm still interested to see. Obviously, the yellows are on too, so that's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see now if it's going to be a reverse grid, because it's quite a mixed up grid as it is. It's definitely going to be, I think, probably the perfect race for it. I'm not just saying that because I qualified, I think it's 32nd or something, but I think it's probably the perfect race for the reverse grid around here.
Yeah, if we're going to have a reverse grid, I think this one's the one to do it in. So
probably the safest. We've seen how it works in the road courses before.
Yeah. Well, there's a few guys that got some patience. We should be fine in this one. Look out on track everywhere. There's smoke out everywhere on the tracks. There's cars in the fence everywhere. This should be a good race, mate. So I'll let you go. Have fun. Enjoy it.
Yeah, cheers, guys. I'll try and come back a little bit more positive after this one, actually finishing more than probably 2 laps. But yeah, I'll like I said, I'll be commentating the next one, but let's try and make it through this one first.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Cheers, guys. Have fun with the call.
We're getting a few boogities as well going thrown around, so are you going to do that at the start, Sam, or not?
I'll give it a crack. I don't know if Darryl Waltrip will be all over me for copyright.
Yeah. Darryl Cartrett did it in cars, so I think it's okay. I'm actually surprised no one's tried to put the 95 on their car and be Lightning McQueen in this race. It's my little fella would be devastated not seeing Lightning McQueen out there. Only seconds now until we find out the actual grid for this race. What's your money on reverse grid, Sam, man?
I do love the idea of a reverse grid, but I think Chris was panicking enough about the guys surviving on an oval track as it is, so I'll be very surprised if he does mix it up.
Reverse top 10, I think, for me. Let's find out.
It's not a bad idea.
And it looks like it's going to be standard grid, no changes, so it will be the original running. So Josh Muggleton will start on the inside of row 1 with Nathan Britton, Van Gisbergen and Carroll in row 2, Hampstead and Tarrant in row 3, Leet and Cox in row 4, Dottermead and Hartley in row 5. Then it'll be Abril, Rothberg, Elwood, McLaughlin, McKnight, Nethercote, Down, Ruggier, Hill, Latham, Osborne, Ryan, De Pasquale, Bryant. Good job from Daniel up in 24th. Very proud of him. Guy Leach, Dave Hinkson, Mitchell McLeod, Sean Kelly, Reece Gardner, Clayton Brooks, Craig Spark, Damien Butler, Simon Black, John O'Barry, Corey Henger, Marty Atkins, Michael Fabian, Chris Green, Marlon McMullen, Stu Wood, Terry Nightingale and James Stevenson.
Oh, Daniel's definitely got the bragging rights over Corey for qualifying so far. So
we'll never hear the end of it now. We'll never hear the end of it. I'm not joking, we will never hear the end of it.
Oh, how good is this? The car's rolling off, and rolling start for the oval here at Homestead, and it should be an absolute ripper. I'm trying to be positive about it all, but I think we're going to see our fair share of carnage tonight.
Yep. Going to be interesting. I don't think Muggo's ever started, or wouldn't have started many oval races P1, so not sure if he'll go on the green flag or whether he'll go when the pace car goes off. But at the member beside him, Nathan Britton, he's done quite a few oval races. He's quite a very good truck racer.
Now, one thing that makes me think, what are these things like, when you floor it, do they tend to break into a bit of wheel spin? Because I know the Cup cars, if depending on what gear you're in, these things can be a bit of a handful. So I'm just wondering what these guys are going to be like at the start.
Yeah, I know there's some tracks you have to start in third gear just to make sure you don't get wheel spin, and I'm 100% sure that no one's practiced a rolling start and flooring it at 100 Ks. It looks like Troy Cox has missed the grid. Looks like his internet's having issues and he's dropped out, so that's unlucky for Cox. He was way up the front. Muggleton's off. Look at the jump Muggo's got.
He's not mucking about, is he? Pretty keen to get on with it, and he's got himself a nice little gap.
It looks like we're going to get through turn 1 okay.
Oh, don't put the muzzle on him yet.
Oh, it looks all fairly clean. Good job, boys. We're through turn 1. There's a couple of guys that wouldn't normally have to work together, but they will have to in this race. You've got Downhill and Ruggie all together, and they'll have to work their way together to get up to the front.
Hey, nice work, boys. Oh, I was going to say we survived. There's a car off at turn number 1. He's off onto the infield. Just trying to find out who that was. Backwards across the back of the racetrack. The yellow flag.
Caution, there it is. May have been Dylan Carroll, I think. Dylan Carroll's got a lot of damage to his car. Yeah, it was Carroll. He got a bit of a push from Hansted, a bit of a bump draft. Shot off into the grass. He's come back onto the track, facing the wrong direction. That's brought out the caution. So a little bit lucky that Carroll's the only one that's been involved in that. Good work from the guys to avoid the crash.
Yeah, to see that Dylan went off to the infield there and spun across the grass and got backwards, but everyone did a great job, like you said, to miss it. And so this has brought out a caution. A safety car will come out and gather the field up, and it's probably not one thing that Muggo wanted to see, because you've got himself a nice little jump there.
Yeah, you got a big jump. But Rob Hartley's been the biggest mover. He's moved right up the field. Hartley started in 10th. He's up to 5th. Actually, I'm very impressed with the guys. I didn't think we'd go that long without a caution, so good job. We got a lap and a bit.
Just having a look, looks like Dylan, got a bit of a contact there in the tail, and oh well, we went one lap, but it wasn't a multi-car incident, which is good.
Yeah, I think when Chris saw the caution come out there, I think his heart would have jumped, but only one car involved, which is a great result. Good work, boys. A lot of non-oval races. A lot of guys I don't think have ever stepped on an oval, so good work.
Now, like we said, there's no compulsory pit stop for these guys, but of course everyone can take that gamble. And I tell you what, if this race gets a little bit on, maybe around lap 30, and we get a caution around lap 30 or 35, wouldn't be too bad of an idea if you're down towards the back of the field to bolt on 4 fresh tyres and have a red hot go.
Yeah, I think if you're around about P10, P12, you've got nothing to lose, because everyone will follow you from behind. If you're the first car to do it, you've got a pretty good chance of gaining a couple of positions. Troy Cox has actually made it out into the session. He's a couple of laps down, but he's made it out there, 2 laps down. Currently the last car on the track is Corey Henger. He's got a little bit of damage to the back of his car. Like he's actually made a trip down the pit lane to get his damage repaired. He's currently in 40th position.
He's got nothing to lose, mate, when he's that far back.
Yep.
Just go in, fresh set of tyres, and I believe our director's going to see if we can get some sort of replay to see what happened to Corey, but no harm, no foul. He's reset and he's got fresh set of tyres, fixed his damage, and At least it's happened early on. You don't want to have those big sort of incidents happening with about 5 or 10 laps to go.
Actually, Corey's been hit into the fence after the caution come out. Damien Butler's gave him a little bit of push in the side of his car and he's looped it around and into the fence just as the caution come out.
It tends to happen on these ovals that, one guy will check up for the caution and, the guy behind may not have, seen the yellow or reacted as quick as what the driver in front of him has. So, a bit of bad luck there.
Here's the man now. Unlucky there, Corey.
Yeah, I managed to avoid the green card in the middle of the track, and then I think it was Damien Butler. Not sure if he had to avoid someone else, but turned up into the left side of my car and it's damaged. It went straight into the fence.
Yeah, I just don't think he saw you coming up beside him and he's just held the line that he was holding, so unlucky, mate.
She's right, I'm back in 41st now, so this should be an interesting night, but...
it's still a long way to go, mate.
Yeah, already on lap 5, so... I guess it's an oval race. I'm used to being able to... I'm used to being in the big pack, so it's good fun. I'm so excited to actually have an oval race in Race of Champions.
How you finding the car?
I wasn't too good. Wasn't too good in the fence, but no, it's good. It's got a bit of understeer in the draft. It's fine. I sort of didn't expect it to have so much understeer. But yeah, no, it's good. It's did a good up front for you guys, or?
Yeah, it's looking good so far. Keep it clean, buddy. Keep it out of the wall, and you'll be right.
Yeah, I'll try. Hopefully, next time you drag me down under the next caution, I'll have better news for you.
Hopefully, it's not the next lap.
Well, if it is, hopefully I go for 41st and first. That'll work. I'm happy with that.
Alright, good luck, mate.
I'll catch you soon.
That was a little bit weird there from Shane Van Gisbergen. Stopped in the middle of the track and let all the cars past him, or let 10 or 12 cars past and then went again. So I'm not sure what happened there.
He may have had to reset something, move a pedal, or don't know. But he's all sorted now, back in line, and looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so it looks like we might go green this time by.
Maybe a bit of sledging between teammates and a bit of texting going on while they're driving. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened in an oval race online.
Great shot here from the blimp cam. You can see all the guys lined up behind the safety car. You'll see that the pace car will pull off just on the exit of turn 4. And it'll be up to Josh Muggleton to lead the field to the green.
Gone. Van Gisbergen got a good run. Van Gisbergen looks like he'll get a spot on Britain. Hampstead's running too. Got McLaughlin's big move. He's gained 2 spots already.
Scotty and Shane do a fair bit of oval track racing, so it won't be much of a surprise to see those boys up front. Now Shane, a bit of updraft in there with Josh Muggleton up front.
The Hampstead's going to have to be careful of being pushed out so wide. Look at Britain. Got a good run on Van Gisbergen.
Got us pack up front.
Oh. It just closes up so quickly. We're going to end up seeing all 40 cars battling for the lead very soon.
Oh, looks like Muggo's getting a bit of an attack on the outside there. Shane Van Gisbergen, look at the outside.
We're nearly 3 wide into 3. What a finish line!
Middle there. 3 wide as they come across the start-finish line. Now he's got to run right around the outside of Van Gisbergen.
Oh, how close was that? Awesome work, boys.
How's Muggo's heart rate? If you're looking in the rearview mirror going, I can see a pack of cars trying to swallow him up.
Now we're 3 wide. Oh.
So it's Josh Muggleton leading over Shane Van Gisbergen, then it's Britain McLaughlin. They're all battling it out. We've got them side by side, 2 by 2, for about 5 or 6 rows back there, even more.
This is awesome work, boys. They're doing a great job.
It's exactly what we wanted to see. You can see all these guys. You'd swear you were watching a cup race at Talladega or Daytona. It's exactly the sort of racing you see where these guys will team up and draft together. Because obviously
Oh, Rothberg's a bit loose. Oh, held it. Hasn't lost too much time. And Hampstead cuts across and drops down to the inside. Knows he's going to be in trouble, stays out high.
It's like these guys have sussed out that low line as the way to go, and that's exactly what Muggo's doing. He's just holding that low line, and they're going to have to build up a bit of a team there to go around the outside with the draft.
Hartley and Averill there, they're going to have to try and work together because they're stuck on the outside. They can't get around any other way. They'll have to work together and bump.
You can see these cars really moving around in the banks now. You can see them getting squirrely. These guys are doing a great job to hold on to it now. Obviously, these guys haven't had much to do with these cars, especially on this sort of type of racetrack. So everyone doing a brilliant job for the lack of seat time that they've had. Awesome
view. Just sandwiched in cars like sardines. Old Hampstead's run a bit wide. Rothberg slots into that position.
I love it. They're all hugging the white line. You can see that's probably the safest way around here because you really need about maybe 2 or 3 cars to really team up on you to go around the outside.
Notice Tarrant, he was the first guy to stay out on the outside line, and he's dropped back from about 5th back to 11th, and he's just losing spots very, very quickly. Averill, another one that's losing a few spots. Hartley's managed to pull himself up onto the inside. Van Gisbergen's now gone wide.
Yeah,
Hampstead with a bit of a moment.
This is a run. Van Gisbergen wants to have a crack around the outside, and he's trying to entice McLaughlin to go with him. Yellows are out.
Caution.
So we've had
Caution's
some
out. Reece Gardner's around. Reece Gardner's flipping through the air. Oh, it looks like there might have been a bit of contact between Daniel Bryant and Christopher Green ahead, which has caused that. Bryant going up the inside of Green, and there was a little bit of contact. Gardner had nowhere to go and has just rolled his car over. That was an awesome green flag run, that one.
Yeah.
Good work, boys.
Guys were really getting into it, starting to learn a bit of that slipstreaming, and yeah, the guys were side by side. Yeah, it was brilliant stuff.
Now I think we might see a few guys back in the pack pit for tyres.
Yeah, not a bad gamble.
Van Gisbergen here is Van Gisbergen here running down the pit lane just to.
Nah, he's messing with their heads, I reckon.
Or is he?
Pit, yeah, is he messing with my head?
Gonna leave it late if he's not.
No.
Oh.
Very cheeky.
Oh.
Now, it's not the gamble you want to take if you're up, top 15. I think if you're inside the top 15, you really need to benefit from that draft, because just seeing a couple of people might be thinking about pit lane. We saw exactly what happened with Muggleton, because the guys tried to gang up on him but really couldn't get him. So
yeah, the guys below 30th have all come into the lane. The 33rd on have come in, so we've got a few guys that are actually taking that strategy. They're coming in for tyres. And Scott McLaughlin's driven ahead of the cars and then stopped on the track, so might have had to go for a quick toilet break. Something I know a lot of Opel guys do. That's your chance to go and have your toilet break.
yeah, I think as long as they don't cross the start-finish line, he'll still be able to get his position back. So you can see he's actually got back underway.
Back again. Yep.
And he'll just work his way up towards the front of the field and slide back into his slot.
Maybe that was the reply back to Shane. I know, I've just got a message from John O'Barry on Facebook. He's messaging me in the caution saying, I've gone from 38th to 22nd. Just make sure you announce that. There you go. And he's apparently Daniel, what's going on? No, he's muted. He doesn't want to talk.
He's got his game
Hang on.
face on.
Game face. Oh, must be something happening out on track.
No,
You
it's
there,
all right.
mate?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just getting some nutrients. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'll take part of the blame for that one. I had a bit of speed and I put my nose in there and Christopher Green come down and it's one of those things that happen. So I dropped back to the back of the pack. But after we come out of that first safety period, we were just couldn't control it. Like there was so much understeer and the whole team was whinging about it. Was having trouble trying to get the car to go back in. So it might be good for me. I got fresh tyres on the car, brand new car. So see how we go.
You're loving it out there, mate?
Oh, it's good fun. I was getting excited because I was coming back up to where the pack was because I got stuck out on the high line. You get stuck on the high line and you just can't get it in. You don't want to turn down on anyone, so you're sitting there waiting for a gap. And I had to pull all the way back to Reef before I could get in. But looks like I've got my good friend Mitchell McLeod in front of me. We've had a fair few incidents in the last couple of races, so this could be interesting.
Just take him out.
Yeah, well, he deserves it. So.
Well, I'll take it tomorrow when I see him, so I'll take the blame for it if you take him out.
Yeah, no, I was chatting to him today actually about last night and the amount of incidents that seemed to happen between me and him. So, but good fun.
And mate, you said you were struggling with a bit of understeer there. You know, the car probably not responding as much as you'd like. How many laps in did that happen, mate?
Well, it was straight after that safety car period, and I didn't really notice it when I was doing practice laps before. So I don't know if it's because the tyres are so cold because we weren't running on them, but a lot of these guys haven't pitted, so hopefully they're struggling with the same thing. I've got fresh tyres, so hopefully I can duck in and get a few positions. And I'm starting on the inside line for this one, so cha-ching.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah, I think the lights are off on the safety car, so we might let you get back to it and get your game face on.
All right, no worries. If I get bored, I'll cause another one for you.
See you, mate.
Chris will
There you
love
go.
that.
Oh, funny. The 28 laps to go. We're 27 to go when we get to the start-finish line.
Yeah, so Muggo will be looking for. He's done really well on the restarts. You know, obviously got a great start of the race and good start on the restart. So looks like the guys are sort of mixing it up a bit. What's going on? Looks like
Yeah, something's going on here with Britton out in front for some reason, but
yeah, that can't be right.
Green flag.
anyway, he's taken off and he's in the lead. Muggleton's gone nowhere, and something's happened to Ben Rothberg. He's now dropped out of the race altogether, so I'm not sure what's happened there. But anyway, Van Gisbergen now in front.
Yeah, strange set of circumstances that, because Muggo was your clear race leader then, so not sure, but looks like Muggo's got a bit of a run up the inside here.
Yeah, look at McLaughlin and Hampstead working together. You wouldn't have thought I'd ever say that.
Oh, side by side there, Hampstead.
Hampstead. Oh, now three wide. Oh, Hampstead just finds a gap that wasn't there. And it's still three wide. He's around. Here it is.
Hey man, your mic sounds like it's a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that for us, please.
Back in turn 2.
And Brad Ryan as well. Looks like Stuart Wood been involved. Mitch Abril, of course, and Richard Hampstead, the main two involved there.
That's the nature of this race. When you start to get 2 or 3 wide, it doesn't take much for these cars just to slip up the racetrack. And yeah, unfortunately, Hampstead into the wall. So no doubt he'll be into the pits.
Yep.
Keen to get back up there, get a couple of spots back. They just tell him to get in line. So, but he'll head to pit lane. He got a lot of damage to the rear of that race car.
Brad Ryan was probably the most unlucky involved in that. He was stuck out on the high line, and just a little tap from his teammate Abril around he went. He's got a lot of damage from that, and then he rolled back, and Stu Wood got sandwiched between Hampstead and Brad Ryan.
Geez, that happened all in front of Brad Ryan, and just yeah, unlucky to get tag there and up into the fence.
Something strange there, just watching that replay again with Hampstead. They've got a little bit of a touch on the inside from Rob Hartley, possibly. Maybe actually a little bit of net code there.
Yeah, because it didn't look like there was a lot in it, but yeah, maybe net code. It's just yeah, one of those things. I think unfortunate incident.
Could have even been a bit of aero loose as well, because a lot of guys wouldn't be used to side draft and getting aero loose.
Just getting some reports now. Reece Gardner's been waved around the pace car. And that'll put him hopefully on the lead lap, get him back into this.
Yeah, Stuart Wood as well, getting a wave around, and we'll get hopefully all 40 drivers still in the race back on the lead lap. We're nearly halfway through, Sandman. This has probably lived up to everything that we expected.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was absolutely loving that drafting pack that we had up front there. That was brilliant.
The run through the top 10 at the moment: Van Gisbergen, Muggleton, Scott McLaughlin, Nathan Britton, Christian Elwood, Chris Tarrant, Rob Hartley, Madison Down, Justin Ruggier, who've worked their way up from 17th and 18th and 8th and 9th. Good job from those guys. Matthew Nethercote in 10th position. We'll run through the lot: Matthew Hill, Craig Spark, Rob Leake, John Latham, Lewis Dottermead, Anton De Pasquale, Clayton Brooks, James McKnight, John O'Barry, Dylan Carroll, Sean Kelly, Michael Fabian, James Stevenson, Dave Hingston, Damien Butler, Corey Henger, Marty Atkins, Chris Osborne, Chris Green, Simon Black, Daniel Bryant, Marlon McMullen, Mitch Abril, Brad Ryan, Terry Nightingale, Mitchell McLeod, Guy Leach, Richard Hampstead, Stuart Wood, Reece Gardner, the 40 drivers we still have in the race. Just been sent another message from John O'Barry: watch out for the 22 car, it's all good. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, Reece Gardner. Oh, he meant tyres are good, that's what he meant. The tyres are good. I'm guessing 22 means tyres with the kids these days. I don't speak SMS.
Showing your age, mate.
Yeah, I know. I get called Silver Fox at work and I don't like it, so... It looks as if Terry Nightingale's actually been waved around too many times and he's actually on a lap ahead, so they might fix that before we...
Yeah, he's just been given a end of line penalty, so
yeah,
that should
drop him back around.
Yep, that'll even things up.
Stopping on the apron to let the guys by. Won't be long before we're back under green again. It looks as if the lights are actually out on the pace car, are they?
Yep, everyone will start getting into order.
So one to go.
So it'll be lap 25 when we go green again out of 45 laps here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And I think the key here is holding on to that lead position, and you want to hug the white line there.
I don't think Muggo will want to start from second. It's not the position you want after watching what's happened in the last little bit. So he'll be trying to slot in behind Van Gisbergen, but McLaughlin will be working very hard to not let him in.
Yeah, and I've raced with Scotty and Shane on ovals in the past, and yeah, they'll be in each other's ears for sure about teaming up and using that draft. So I don't think there'll be too much room there, unfortunately, for Muggo to try and slot in behind Shane Van Gisbergen.
I think you might have to just let it go and slot in behind McLaughlin.
Yeah, there's a number of guys there that will be thinking different for that, but we'll see. As the car comes through turn 3 and 4, the pace car will dip off into pit lane. Shane Van Gisbergen will take the guys to the green. And he jumps
Away
too.
we go.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
good jump. And Brito's jumped in already down to the bottom line. And Muggleton's going to be left out hanging, but he might slot in.
Yeah,
he
there'll
will.
be enough room there. He can
Just
slot
enough.
right in there.
As if we've got away fairly clean.
Little 5-car pack here for they've managed to open up a bit of a gap. These guys will start to do a bit of nose-to-tail bumper-to-bumper action. Muggo thought about moving up. You can see, is that Christian Harwood on the outside?
Yep.
Had a bit of a run, and Muggo was going to try and go with him, but left it a little bit too late.
And now he's given a bump to McLaughlin. And they've now joined up into a big angry pack again. Caution's out.
Big crash on the front straight away. A huge incident. Couple of cars, there's a car rolling, I think.
Yeah, Lewis Stoddemade got involved there.
Matty Hill's involved.
Cars
Huge incident.
everywhere. It actually looks like it may have been Hill, Spark and Nethercoat. 3 yellow cars all trying to get into one lane, and it's caused the big one that we were expecting. Probably expecting 20 laps ago, but we were expecting it.
It's a shame that these boys would be pretty keen to get some green flag laps under them, but you'll be able to see the replay. You'll see these cars making contact down the front straight. One of the cars absolutely barrel rolling. Impressive.
Yeah, that was Hilly doing a big roll. Don't go on gyro cam because we'll have to get the spew bags out. That was a big incident, yeah.
Three cars side by side, and the gap closed up, and Hilly went for a ride.
So there's a couple more laps of caution. But quite a few cars involved there. Looks like Damien Butler, Corey Henger. Marty Atkins was involved there too, I did see. I'll see quite a few guys in the lane. Have a look at it from on board with Corey. Yeah, another unlucky incident. What happens when you do race ovals? You just tend to be a lot more unlucky than lucky in oval racing.
Speaking of lucky or unlucky, this works out good for Muggo because on the restart, Shane will be inside. McLaughlin will be second place on the outside next to Van Gisbergen. Muggo will be tucked in behind Van Gisbergen with the low line. So it's sort of worked in his favour a little bit.
Corey's just actually out of the race. His car's too damaged to continue, so unlucky for Corey. Corey tried to go out and rejoin the track, but his car was too damaged. It just sent him around sideways, so unlucky for him. But not far away from the final race, the Race of Champions, with the Star Mazda. Really looking forward to that race at Brands Hatch.
You're not wrong, 25 laps. Bit of a compulsory pit stop thrown in there just for a bit of fun.
Yeah, it should be good. Really looking forward to it. It's a good fun car and probably underutilised by a lot of Oz New Zealand drivers. We were talking to Chris Tarrant before. He said he doesn't really understand ovals, doesn't like ovals. He seems to do alright at him. He's currently in P6.
He's doing something right then, isn't he?
Not wrong. I think we've got Corey joining us. Unlucky there, Corey, again.
Yeah, stuff happens. I guess you gotta learn to live with it. But it was good fun while it lasted.
Car too damaged to continue, so when you come into the lane, it just shot you into the fence.
No, it was broken, man. Someone under the safety car didn't know what the brake pedal would look like, so they didn't hit it and just slammed it back in my car. And yeah, I tried to get a tow, but because I already had damage from Butler earlier in the race, I'd already used a tow, and yeah. Anyway, it happens.
How'd you find it, mate? These cars probably more prone to circuit racing, but how'd you find it on the oval here at Homestead?
Interesting. I've never even thought about driving this thing here, but it's good. I mean, it's flat out. It's a lot of understeer though, so it makes it quite interesting. But it's been good. I mean, wish we had a bit more green flag running, but definitely probably something you do on a Friday night. Again with a few mates, I reckon.
sort of what we were watching when that green flag run there for a few laps. It sort of gave us visions of NASCAR racing at Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah, well, I've only ever driven here in Indy cars and a few of the Sprint Cup cars before, and you got to lift off in that. So I was surprised when we jumped out here flat out and bumping and rubbing. So.
Well, lights out on the pace car now, so the guys got one more lap before we take the green flag. It'll be Shane Van Gisbergen leading the boys to the green flag, and we're going to have about 15 laps to go.
Yeah, 15 hopefully green flag laps. Then I don't think we'll get much of a break before the next race either. The next race was due to start pretty soon, so we won't get much of a breather after this one, Sam, man. I don't know how you're going to cope with that. You have to go and gargle some soft water or something.
Pop a couple of soothers, mate. I'll be
yeah,
right.
you'll be right. Yep, he'll push on. So it'll be Van Gisbergen and McLaughlin starting on the front row for this restart.
I reckon Muggo's going to be pretty excited about this. All he needs to do is really stay on the tail of Van Gisbergen, but I reckon Van Gisbergen and McLaughlin have got something worked out, so they jump at the same time. So here we go, safety car in the pit lane.
Oh,
McLaughlin. Look at McLaughlin. He knew what Muggo wanted to do, and he wanted to come down and block him.
Actually, McLaughlin wanted to get a good jump at the start. He actually had to tap the brakes. Van Gisbergen saw that, and away he went. McLaughlin's lost a spot.
Muggo's going to have his work cut out for him. He's all over the back of Van Gisbergen. McLaughlin's trying to look around the outside, but can't quite get anyone to go with him just yet.
Tarrant ended up getting squeezed out wide, and Madison Down and Justin Ruggie have managed to find their way up to 6th and 8th now.
The gaggle of cars here, what, it's probably 15 odd cars just in this front pack.
Yep, 13 cars actually in the front pack.
Oh, McLaughlin. Geez, they're all getting racy here. They know they're running out of laps, and it's not as easy as what some people may think about trying to get the pass done here, because it all relies on the draft. You can see Van Gisbergen's just hugging that white line. No one's can get past him, so they need to really team up and draft right around the outside of him.
Yeah, I think the guys will work that out in a couple more laps. They need to work on that high line to get around.
Muggo looking at McLaughlin's there, bit of a run on the outside. Is that Tarrant there on the outside?
Christian Elwood.
Sorry.
Dropped in, but Tarrant was giving him a bit of a push. McLaughlin actually had to tap the brakes down the straight there to slot in behind Muggleton. 12 laps to go now.
Oh, the guy's just bumping and barging there. Oh, Vicky's...
Oh!
Oh, he's had a moment. Muggo's got into him.
Whoa!
That'll open up the inside line. Vicky's pulls it straight down, but unfortunately Muggo got caught up. Had to run up a little... Oh, there's contact back down. There's a car spinning down the back straight.
There's Sean Kelly's around. Don't think we'll get a caution from this one though. Solo car involved. James McKnight was involved as well, but no one facing the wrong direction, so we'll continue on.
Oh, look at up front, Vickers!
Oh!
Got a touch! Oh, the guys are bumping and barging, trying to get the job done. McLaughlin there. Who's on the outside, though?
It's Muggleton.
Having a big run around the outside.
Here we go. 10 laps to go when they cross the line this time by.
He needs someone to help him, though. He's going to get swallowed up if he hasn't got a drafting partner on the outside.
Yep. Tarrant's coming to help.
So Van Gisbergen and Muggleton side by side off turn
Look
number 4.
at Ruggier coming up the outside. He's sweeping on by.
Oh, he's thinking about three wide. Don't want to do that.
And Madison Downs got onto the back of Ruggier, and he's going to start pushing him along. Here we go, boys. 10 to go.
We could be on target for one of the closest finishes we've ever had in Race of Champions.
3 wide now. This doesn't work, boys. Justin's ready to needle. Oh, caution's out. We're going to wreck at the back. Marlon McMullen, Dave Hinston, Chris Green. Wow.
Some brilliant racing there. The boys mixed it up 3 wide, having a crack at the lead. Fantastic.
We've got Abril, Atkins, McMullen, Hingston, Green all involved in a big crash there. Wow. I need to get my breath back.
You're not wrong.
Little tap from Green and Daniel Bryan involved again. Geez, we'll talk to him later. Oh, McMullen got a little bit of a touch from Atkins and spun him around, and that's what caused the big effect after. So unlucky, bit of bump drafting and a little bit too close in the corner. It set the car a little bit off balance. Looks as if Hampstead was involved there too.
What a shame. We were having an absolute cracker up front there. There was so many cars having a red hot go, and wow.
Oh, I need to get my breath back. Van Gisbergen, Muggleton, McLaughlin, Chris Tarrant, Christian Elwood, Justin Ruggie now up into 6th position, Madison down in 7th, Britton in 8th, Hartley 9th, Latham in 10th, and I've just been sent a message, 11th baby, from John O'Barry.
He's coming.
He's wanting to be an in-race reporter, I think. I don't think SMSing me or messaging on Facebook is really what you do when you're an in-race reporter, though. We'll see a couple more laps under yellow. Fingers crossed we'll get a green flag run. Just to explain for a lot of guys that do watch NASCAR, there is no green, white, checkered in this, so it will finish after 45 laps regardless of whether we're under green or yellow flag conditions. I'll explain for a few guys as well. We had a few guys questioning why guys were getting waved around. In NASCAR, the first driver on the first driver to be a lap down gets what's called the lucky dog, so they get waved around past the NASCAR, around all the other cars and drop to the back of the field, but they're on the lead lap. In this tonight, they're actually waving by all drivers 1 lap down. That was where we had the issue earlier with driver being waved around too many times, so they got an end of line penalty and dropped them back onto the right position.
It's actually a brilliant idea by NASCAR, and it's actually something that's been incorporated into our own Australian V8 Supercar series with the 60-60 format too.
Yep, we'll see. We saw it, Tasmania, it really disadvantaged Craig Lowndes when he was a lap down starting the second race. He actually had nothing to race for in the second race, so all drivers that are 1 lap down will start the second race on the lead lap but in the same position at Barbagallo, which will be good fun.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel Bryant, we need to talk to you.
Yeah.
How much is that going to cost us, mate?
A bit, I'd say.
We need to buy 2 Ford GTs, 2 Radicals, and 2 Chevy SSs.
Well, that, like, I'm watching the replay now, and I was sticking with Marty, and I'm just like, I was giving him a little bit of a push, but I wasn't pushing him mid-corner, but he obviously, he hit the brakes a couple of times as well, and I was like, just lift, and I'm just trying to keep going because I didn't want to get done on that outside line, and then as soon as they got into each other, it was over after that. So I had a few lucky breaks that race, and just at the end, I was hoping that we'd just go green for the next few laps, but obviously I stuffed that one up. Go me.
Yeah, all you.
It's not all me. Like I'm looking at it now, and
Yeah, no, it was all you.
Probably a major factor. But Marty and Marlon were going pretty hard, and yeah, I think that little bump to Marty coming out of thing kind of gave him a bit of too hard of a push into Marlon. So.
Now, Seb, you got some work cut out for me, mate. You're going to have to get Justin Murray on the phone, and we've blown our next season's budget now because we're going to have to replace all these race cars.
Anyone that's looking to sponsor us to replace the cars tonight, please email us in vadsonline@gmail.com. Feel free, any donations will be taken.
Speaking of donations, before we go green, because the lights are off on the pace car, don't forget, still plenty of time to make a donation to the Council of Australia. Jump on our V8's online page on Facebook and hit the donate button. Every dollar counts.
Here we go. To be our last green flag run. If the caution comes out after this lap, we'll finish under yellow, so cross your fingers and your toes that we stay green.
bit worried about old Muggo. He's up
Yeah,
on
me
the outside
too.
there.
Yeah.
Van Gisbergen and McLaughlin are pretty keen to work together. And
Yeah, it's got
Muggo,
a couple of guys on the outside lane that are going to try and work with him though. I think Tarrant and Ruggier won't let him out there all by himself.
It's definitely one of those spots you don't want to be. That outside line is brutal, and you
Here we go.
flag. The gaps are hard. Here we go.
Muggo drops into third.
how's
Hasn't hurt
the
him too
jump?
much.
McLaughlin and Van Gisbergen, off they go. Nose to tail, into turn 1. Oh, Muggo's left himself open. He's opened up the door.
Here comes Elwood. He's on the apron trying to get that move done.
Now, what he needs to do, Muggo needs to concentrate on the outside. That bottom line is gone, so he's got someone there right
Madison
behind him.
down pushing,
Madison
so they'll
down,
be working
his teammate.
together.
Yep.
So we're going to see ANZ versus TTR versus TAT, sorry, I should say now, and here we go.
Caution,
Caution, caution!
No,
Rob
it's
Lee.
going to end under yellow.
Rob Leeds, Blipping and Clayton Brooks involved as well. The only two guys by the looks that have been involved in that one, and it looks like that will be the end of the race. We might get one green flag lap, but I don't think we will.
Yeah, I think that's it, unfortunately.
Unlucky. Awesome race though, guys. Well done. I think we'll see another oval race in Race of Champions after that. That was awesome to watch. Yeah, unlucky there, Rob and Clayton. Poor Chris Green's been cleaned up 3 or 4 times in this race. He's just been in the wrong spot at the wrong time. But that looks like it might be the end of the race. We're fairly sure that'll be the end.
Yeah, unfortunately, they'll have a slap.
No, that's the end. Yep. So it'll be 3 to go, and they won't be getting the message of 2 to go as yet. So this race will unfortunately finish under yellow flag conditions. But what a fantastic race!
Yeah, the guys really sussed it out. The use of the draft, and I think Shane and Muggo, McLaughlin, everyone who was up front, they really knew the key to holding on to the front was just running down and hold that white line.
McLaughlin just gave Muggleton a big push through the middle of the corner. It's like
He's still serving it up too.
Yeah.
Oh, he stuck him in the fence.
No love lost between these guys.
These results aren't concrete yet. The yellow flag hasn't come out. So if Muggo sticks it in the fence and his car's destroyed, he'll get a DNF.
And I'm pretty sure McLaughlin will get an EOL if he does that too. This will be 3 in a row for Van Gisbergen. 3 from 3.
He's on fire. He's been steering quite well because, like we talked about yesterday, he won the iRacing version of Race of Champions too, which takes a lot of talent from all around the world. All different racing championships and so many great names in that, and he cleaned up in that as well.
Scotty Mac's going to go on hide in the pace car. Oh, there's 2 to go. We're going to see a lot of mucking around for this last lap, I'll tell you now. One thing I hope the guys realise, that if they actually spin out of control and guys pass them, they can lose that spot.
Yeah, that's it.
So we could see someone do something really stupid here and actually lose a spot. And it looks like Terry Nightingale's actually ended up in the fence. I'm not sure how that happened. He's done that all himself, actually. Been able to rejoin his position, but I'm not sure what happened there. He just stopped it on the grass. They might run through the results of this race, even though they're not 100% official yet, but it will be Shane Van Gisbergen that will pick up the win in this race. Muggleton will finish in 2nd, McLaughlin 3rd, down in 4th, Elwood 5th, Ruggie is 6th, Tarrant 7th, Britton in 8th, Hartley 9th, and John Latham in 10th.
Well, I definitely think we got the racing that Chris sort of had in mind. It was a great car and track combo. It was just, unfortunately, Yellow's played a bit of havoc in it, but it was a shame that it didn't go green to the end, but never mind, it really did produce some great racing.
Of course, one more race to go tonight. We're off to Brand Hatch. We'd better go and jump in our private jets pretty quick and fly to the UK. If only. If only. It definitely won't get green flag. White flag is out, so it's the last lap.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Fingers crossed that that iRacing is sort of working on the green-white checker rule. Because if you're not familiar with oval track or NASCAR racing, that if a yellow comes out, regardless if they've gone past the race distance, you'll get 3 attempts at a green-white checker. And so regardless if you have another caution, the guys will line up and at least get sort of 2 green flag laps. And it's really good in sprint cut racing, so fingers crossed it comes to iRacing sometime soon.
Yeah, it can win people races and cost people races, so looks like McLaughlin might be trying to push Shane ahead of the pace car, which would be a penalty if he crosses the line ahead of the pace car. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Definitely for us in the commentary box.
Yeah, it wouldn't be for him. Imagine the controversy and the points in that. We had enough controversy here last time around, but Van Gisbergen will cross the line now. Pick up the win under the pace car. You're not getting excited about Van Gisbergen crossing the line for the win, Sam, and I left it open for you, so...
Yeah.
There's the wreck. There he is.
We knew it was coming.
We knew it had to happen. Muggo's on his roof, he's still there. The car's jumping. Oh, great. Oh, Van Gisbergen wins from Mugwoods and McLaughlin down Elwood. Ruggier, Tarrant, Britton Hartley and Latham. John O'Barry in 11th. Deep Pasquale, Carroll, Osborne, Brad Ryan, Michael Fabian, James Stevenson, Stuart Wood, Craig Spark, Mitchell McLeod, Simon Black, Guy Leach, Terry Nightingale Jr., Mitch Abril, Dave Hingston, Marty Atkins, Richard Hampstead, Marlon McMullen, Chris Green, Clayton Brooks, James McKnight, Lewis Dottermead, Rob Leet, Reece Gardner, Damien Butler, Daniel Bryant, Dawn Kelly, Matthew Nethercott, Corey Hengar, Matthew Hill, Ben Rothberg and Troy Cox. Awesome race.
There you go.
Awesome
A bit of
race.
everything, didn't it?
I loved it. Bring on the final race, that's all I say. Star Mazda at Brands Hatch. It will be a very, very, very close race, and the guys will want to make sure they don't make any contact because it will absolutely ruin their race altogether.
The best bit is it's only minutes away.
Can't wait. Make sure you stick around, guys. We'll be only a couple of minutes away from bringing you the next race, race 4 of Race of Champions 4, here on V8s Online.
Josh Muggleton taking the win at Homestead Miami Speedway, the legends over Richard Hampstead and Madison Down.